Hi, this is Jackie.
This is Diana.
And you're listening to Home Bodies Only, where we welcome all bodies to listen as we dissect, break down HBO series. And tonight we are breaking down The Sex Lives of College Girls, episode 2, which is called Naked Party.
Naked Party. That really was an
Yes, best name. But before we get into that, very exciting news, Diana. We have an ad partner for this episode. It is BarkBox.
Great.
I'm sure you are familiar with BarkBox. I mean, who doesn't love a dog? I love dogs. They're my favorite beings on the planet. And BarkBox is offering anyone who uses our link here, it's barkbox.com/homebodiesonly, all one word, a free extra month of BarkBox, which is valued at $35. And it's valid for multi-length plans, either 6 or 12 months. In case you didn't know about BarkBox, it's about 10 years old. It's a themed monthly delivery of toys and all natural treats and chews your dog can't wait to rip open. They design all their toys in-house with the very best materials like t-shirt rope, spiky ball cores, and dozens of unique squeakers. BarkBox is like the joy of a million belly scratches delivered to your dog's door. Isn't that cute? They have 3 different kinds. They have the BarkBox, Super Chewer, and then the Bright Dental. And I will put the link in our show, the episode description as well, if you'd like to check that out.
Excellent.
All right. Shall we get into this?
Let's do it.
Okay. I wanted to just start with, I did notice a fashion theme. I don't know if this was on purpose. At first I was thinking it was tie-dye, but I think technically it's ink blot. And I'll just point out, it was as we go through the episode, where I saw the ink blot clothing. Okay. So the show opens in the common room, and Whitney is talking about her one-night stand. Bella is wearing ink blot pajamas. Yeah, they're like a pink, yellow mix, right?
We see a lot of that in fashion right now. It's like a spin-off of the tie-dye. So it's pretty relevant to the current fashion trends.
Yeah. So Whitney is saying she's never done anything like this before and talks about the girls that are confident and says she just pretended to be one of them and walked up to him and just decided to be the
Good for her. Hey, do what you got to do, girl.
Kimberly says she still thinks, that you should sleep with someone. It's better when you love them, and it's an expression of commitment, of commitment, something like that. And Bella throws a pillow at her and says, boring.
Yeah.
Bella says she's with Whitney and that it's better with strangers.
She was cracking me up.
Whitney's like, I didn't say that.
No, didn't say that. You misinterpreted everything I just said.
She says that's not what I said. Leighton walks in sweats, and basically it's like kind of like the walk of shame because she didn't come home the night before. Kimberly is really annoyed at her because she never responded to any of her texts.
Oh my gosh.
And then Bella is like, man, she had a one-night stand too. She's like really upset that she's the only one, or not the only one, but that she didn't have one. And Kimberly is really upset because she went over her data, and Leighton couldn't believe that
data plan. I was
data plans.
It was so funny.
And she's like, now I can't text anymore. I have to either email them or see them in person.
All I could think about with the limited data was back in the day, like when you got your first flip phone and you had to press all the buttons. Not that this is related to the data plan, but you had limited text messages. Remember that?
Yes.
For the month?
Yeah. Yeah.
And also how you had to text and pressing all the buttons. Oh my gosh.
I know.
Just to get the letter S.
Brought up.
Sorry.
True. Very true. Very true. Yeah. It brought up a lot of old feelings there. They're questioning Leighton, and she's like, I know we're all roommates, but she doesn't have to tell them about what she's doing or where she's going. And then Kimberly's like, I didn't know you could have been human trafficked.
Yeah.
And Leighton actually takes that as a compliment. And Whitney's like, what is wrong with you?
Because she's blonde and the whole
she's blonde. And, yeah. So she said that she will let them know if she's not coming home because, that's respectful, but she's not going to give any details. Bella says, does not agree. She came to college to hear about the roommate exploits and says, come sit down. Tell us about who's inside of you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think she was just like, bye.
Like, oh. Yeah. And Bella's like, why am I the only fun one around here? And then that theme song comes on, and I just love it. Did you notice the theme song? It's just 80s, that keyboard electronic drum sound.
Yep.
It's
I was
fantastic.
into that.
And then even the graphics are they're totally 80s, and I'm digging it. Okay. Bella and Kimberly are walking to class, and Kimberly is very excited about class because she loves school. She was valedictorian.
Yes, we learned that.
And she said
the
salutatorian's grade wasn't even close to hers. That's right. She asks Bella what classes she's taking. She's like, I have no idea. I just know they all say intro. Like, she doesn't.
Yeah, she's just care. There for the other things, clearly.
Mm-hmm. She's just, By the way, so Bella is wearing plaid pants, a plaid jacket, and they're two different plaids, and then a zebra striped blouse, which is also like it's red or something. I think. Oh, should have written that down. I don't know if you noticed her outfit. It just is all over the place, but somehow it kind of works for her.
It worked, but then like, what was the deal with her shoes, too? Like,
yeah, then they were like,
but she had this like
pilgrimy, like
And then I was like, kind of like, your backpack is like a little bit elementary. She didn't have like a grown-up backpack, and it bothered me so much. It was like
it was probably on purpose.
It was probably like with her teddy bear in it.
Is it silver? No, wait. What color was the backpack?
It didn't have like purple and stuff. I don't know. To me, it looked very like JanSport.
Elementary school?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That was totally on purpose. I don't know. That's pretty funny. Okay. Kimberly is taking a picture of the statue. She's very excited. Let's see. Nico walks up and says, let's see.
Is this what the happy first day of classes?
Yes.
And I can't get like a read on him because I'm like, are you like flirting with Kimberly? Like, what is your deal?
Know. Yep. And wait, I forgot. Before Nico walks up, Max texts her as she's taking a picture of the statue and says, have you told, do you want to tell our friends, or do you want me to, or something like that? And then he's like, I told a few / most. That's what he said in the text. So he already told everybody.
Yeah, the word is out there. And she's like, well, I'm going to have to email him, right? Data plan.
Yeah. She would have to email him, so he might. It's a good thing that he did tell most of the friends. Stupid. And then she says to Nico, "Happy FDOC."
FDOC.
He's like, "What are you talking about?"
Man. So corny.
And then he notices her textbook says French Revolution and Romanticism. And she's like, are you taking it? He's like, no, I took it last year.
Mm-hmm.
He says, that class is no joke. She's like, French is my best subject. And she even won a certificate signed by the Lieutenant Governor of Arizona for her French skills.
She cracks me up.
And then he's like, happy FDOC, happy FDOC to you. And she's like, you remembered. So, yeah it's interesting because he's very nice to her.
He does
listen to her.
Yes.
So it's cute. Leighton is wearing a red and white tweed matching skirt and cardigan with a white button down. I liked her boots. They were like these beige boots that came up.
Again,
yeah, they were cool.
Clueless.
But the outfit.
Like the vibe was like walking down the campus.
Mean Girls and Clueless.
Cher from Clueless, yeah.
Cher. It was more Cher, yeah. She looks at the message from like the hookup from the night before and asks to see her again, and she just ends up like blocking her. And then her dad calls like 2 seconds later, and he's so excited. He sings the fox, the song. Remember I was saying about the fox? Yeah. What is he doing? He's like sitting outside having like coffee and a muffin. I don't know. I'm like, okay, it's nice. And he's like, how's college? And she doesn't sound very excited. He's like, this is the best, like the best week, the first week.
7 days of your life.
Yes. And of course, he's like, are you meeting any cute boys? And she says, yes, several. I don't know. I'm pregnant. I don't know who the father is. And he's like, don't joke about that. He's like, honey, are you pregnant?
Yeah.
Don't joke. Something like that. She goes into math class and she sees one of her former friends. I think it's Esme. and she's with the roommate, Siddhartha. And she says hi to them. Oh my gosh. I took notes and they wrote asthma as Siddhartha's name. I just want to tell you in my notes. Yeah. Autocorrect. Asthma. Great. And asked how she's been, blah, blah, blah. She said Francesca and her are worried about her. She's like, I'm amazing. My new roommates are phenomenal. And she does ask her to sit with them. And she's like, no, I have a bunch of new friends waiting for me. She waves to these two random girls. And the one's like, huh? Like waves back. But it's like, I don't know who you are. I would never have the courage to do that. Like I could never do that. I could never pull that off. I don't think.
That was great.
Yeah. Math class, by the way, is Math 350. And the teacher...
He was great. Oh my gosh, the professor was
I don't know
what
his name is.
I don't think
he's going to do a quick assessment test. Yeah. He's like, yay. Doesn't he say something like that? Yay. Then they go to soccer practice. And Jenna is open and like keeps calling to Whitney. And Whitney just, obviously is paying attention to the coach, very upset. She kicks the ball and hits him in the face.
Yeah, that was great.
And he gets hit with the clipboard.
Bloody
it was awesome.
Nose.
And his nose bleeds. It was like perfect. Yeah, and I don't think I got to mention this. I saw on an Instagram page, actually on their official like Instagram page, that someone pointed out, there's like social media now and the internet, how did she not know he had a wife? Like it is very unrealistic. Like what? Right. So then we see her barge into the office and she's
it's like confronting him.
What's the word? Yeah, confronting. Thank you. Wife? And then he says, it's complicated. We've been having problems. She's like, oh, you have it? Is it that one of you is cheating? And he's like, we haven't been slept together in months. We're barely married anymore. What you and I have is real. Please don't throw it away just because I haven't found the right time to end things with, all the stuff.
Like it's high school. Like, dude, you're married.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Oh my God. It was so weird. So Kimberly,
oh my gosh,
the French Revolution class.
I felt them, they're so uncomfortable.
Oh my God, it was awesome.
It was so uncomfortable.
And she asked what they did. So then the teacher comes in and asks what they did this summer. Now I'm going to tell you something. So this is not a full-on over-exaggeration because I used to work for Morgan Stanley in the city, and I would interview undergrads, and I would ask them about their resumes. I'm not kidding you. I had a person that. And they all went to Ivy League schools. And I had a kid who had spent the summer campaigning with like the South African the South African Prime Minister. I'm not kidding. It was ridiculous. I was like, what? So some of the stuff they say obviously are really funny, but probably not super far off. All right. So then... So she's in the French, sorry, I missed some things now. French Revolution class.
Yeah, it was just completely awkward when it was her turn.
Well, let's just say, so the two people before her, the one guy had volunteered and had lived in Paris for the summer and volunteered and helped to renovate Notre Dame, right? And then the next one was in San Francisco. She was in an environmental activist group, and Nancy Pelosi called their ideas revolutionary.
Yeah.
And even tweeted about it. So then Kimberly worked at a dog grooming place called Groomingdale's, which is the best name ever.
You know what's funny? There's literally a place called Groomingdale's on my way to work every day. And I was laughing. No, yes. There is right on
Kingston?
The road in Kingston. It's owned by the animal hospital there. It's called Groomingdale's, and they totally like did a play off of Bloomingdale's, like the sign and everything. I'm like,
right. Oh, wow.
Anyway.
Wow. And she keeps talking about, like, she says she swept the nails. She cut the nails and she swept the nails. She kept saying, super, super. She said it like twice. Then, of course, we hear, like, she sits down awkwardly and we can hear the next guy go. And he's like, I was a French translator at the Tokyo Olympics.
Yeah, at the Olympics.
It's awesome. So then the professor approaches her and thinks, this class is too advanced and she should drop it. And she's like, but that's, it's her best subject. And the professor's like, you're not ready. I mean, I felt really bad for her.
Yeah. I did.
So then they, oh, wait, let me see if I missed any ink blots. Nope, not yet. No more ink blot clothes, just to let you know. Not yet. Next thing, if they're at the Catellan meeting. Right. So
in this big,
she tries to start to talk and pitch something. And of course, the nerdy guy with the glasses.
Oh, I can't stand him.
You know, you're not writers.
He's so corny. I really don't like his character at all.
Oh my gosh. So annoying. He's so annoying. You're not supposed to be pitching anything. And he's like, if I want bark fins and a mocha, you get me bark fins and a mocha.
Yeah.
Don't be cute and try to write a funny name. I'm like,
He'll be fired or whatever. I'm like,
Dork.
no, I'm all set. So
yeah. So then she asked to talk to what?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, like, he was like totally like, my thought I wrote in my notes here was like, this isn't The Devil Wears Prada. Like, who do you think you are?
I know.
We're not Meryl Streep.
Okay. I guess this is a very, successful magazine or whatever it's called.
So,
she wants to talk to I think her name's Evangeline.
Yes, because you see it in the email that she sent her, right?
Right. Is it Evangelina?
Something like that.
Something like that. And she asked if she got her email and she was apologizing. And she says, yeah, I did. I thought I replied to you. And she's like, no, you didn't. And then she's like, oh, I just did. And she writes, F you.
Yeah, that was great.
So,
did you get it? I might use that one. That's good.
Yeah.
No, I sent you a message. Didn't you get it? And then
I'll
watch them open it for their reaction. Oh, you got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good one. Sorry.
That was good. Yeah, it was good. Now they're in the common room and she so
they walk in and she's being airbrushed, right?
Not yet. Not yet.
Never mind.
This is when Kimberly, it's just Whitney, Leighton, and Kimberly. And Kimberly's like, so do you think your classes were harder or easier than you thought? And they're like, easier.
I know.
And she's like, yeah, me too. I just got to do my homework. I'll probably be done in like 4 seconds. And then she starts laughing and it turns into a cry. I mean, this girl, this woman, such a good actress.
Yeah.
I was dying. And, Whitney's like, is that weird? And Leighton, of course, wasn't.
She's like, I wasn't listening.
Yeah. So then we see the math teacher with Leighton in a hallway or whatever. And she thinks he's going to say something. Yeah. She got the highest score in the class. He wants her to take an advanced course and also to do this seminar. And she'd be like the only woman in it. Yeah. And she was like, oh, yeah, it was so stupid and easy. He's like, well, that's insulting. I mean, he's great, too. I thought he was really funny. Then he asks her if she would consider moving, up to that other class and everything. She's like, one condition. So then we go back, we come into the class. Yeah. And he's like, she's the smartest person in the class, charming and dynamic young woman who seems like a wonderful friend who you'd hate to lose. Now we know that she's objectively, I'm sorry, I had to quote this, the smartest person here. # on to bigger and better things. I can't believe he did it. And she walks out like the perfect timing. Of course, she's dressed again like she works in an office, or right? Didn't we talk about that?
Yeah, once again, she was like channeling again, maybe more like Legally Blonde in this part, but
yeah. Oh yeah, good one
for sure.
So we go to now we're in the weight room, and here we got the ink blot outfits going.
Yes,
Willow is wearing a full-on workout,
not tracksuit, but you know what I mean.
No, like matching. Like tank top and leggings, and they are ink blot. And then Willow has the pants, ink blot pants, but I think her top was a solid one. Jenna walks by and Whitney compliments her toe shoes. And at first I thought she was kind of being a wise ace, but she wasn't. She's trying to like be friends with her. And she just says hi to Willow. Come to find out, Jenna is having a party that night and everybody on the team was invited. And she's like, well, except you and one other girl. And she's like, who? She's like, Brittany, who's studying abroad.
Yeah, that was great.
Person studying abroad was invited. Yeah. So that was funny. All right. So I think Willow says, that's when Willow says she wants Willow to talk to Jenna for her and see if she can, or I think Willow offers to talk to her or something. So then now we're in the cafeteria and it's Bella with Jocelyn. And Jocelyn is the girl from the first episode who was the TikToker worried about a stalker, and she's in a wheelchair. Bella has on an ink blot anorak. Okay, I'm calling it an anorak now because that's what Kimberly called her coat in the first episode. So I just noticed that it's yellow, and then I don't know if it's totally ink blot. It has like almost like an Aztec pattern on it, but it was ink blotty. So she's like all bummed. She's like, I don't know, man. I thought college would be more fun than this. Now I have multiple enemies and have had 0 three-way kisses. She throws that in there. And Jocelyn's like, what are you talking about? You know, I forgot where she's from. I totally forgot. She talks about where she's from and she's going to a naked party. And she's like, what? Bella's like, what? Very interested in the naked party. So the next scene, Travis, their, buddy, I think who lives on that floor.
Yeah.
Is airbrushing abs, spray tanning, airbrushing abs on Bella for the party. Apparently she has too many. And Whitney,
she had like 10 abs.
Leighton, yeah, she looked like a xylophone. And then they're saying like it smelled and stuff. And then Travis gets mad and he's like, these were gently used on eBay. And I just love that because the gently used, that's the best. Yeah.
These are professional.
None of them want to go to the party with her.
No.
Yeah. None of them want to go to the party with her. So, and Leighton, I think, just leaves because she's like, they're all just like, oh my God, then Kimberly like said it's weird. So then we see Whitney on her bed. She's eating gummies, which honestly made me want to eat gummies. She's eating some kind of gummy candy and I wanted to eat it.
I don't know if they were Sour Patch Kids or what those were, but
I don't know.
I could
Actually,
remember.
I think they were gumdrops, which I'm not into because I watched it twice.
I remember sitting on my bed, but then I was like, adult me is like, are those your outdoor clothes or like did you change because did you bring those outside clothes and put them on your bed? Because I have a thing about that. So I was like trying to remember in college though when I would lay on top of my bed.
Were you just as anal and OCD in college or no?
I'm trying to remember yeah, I think I would change and before I would.
Do you understand what
bed.
Diana's saying? What Diana's saying is if you wear your clothes outside of your house, she would never lay on her bed with the clothes she was wearing outside of her house. Sorry. Whoa. Okay. Whoa.
I don't know.
All right. So, I mean, okay. Yeah.
Anyway.
Anywho, let's keep moving on. She's on her bed. She's eating the gummy. She texts Willow. I like we can see the text.
I like seeing the
text.
text.
And she's like, yeah. And she's like, hey, what about Jenna's party? She's like, it's not going to happen. Maybe next season won't hate you or something. She's like, oh. Then we see Leighton in a minivan. She's in a driveway of a sold house.
She looked like she was like
obviously with a mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the mom. So there's a car seat, kind of gets in the way and stuff. And the woman, I don't know.
She realizes
is the woman's name Chloe?
I didn't catch her name.
I feel like she says her name when she calls her later. I don't know. But she sees
her keychain.
She goes, do you go to Essex?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, what? And she sees her keychain on her purse, like, it's right there. And she wasn't happy about that. And the woman's like, wait, you're not out yet? And she's like, how's any of your business? I'm popular and I'd have something to lose. I don't want to be, she doesn't want gay to become her identity. Like she doesn't want to be the gay girl in Kappa or something like that. And she doesn't want to be the lesbian cousin, She says, I just want to be me. And the woman's like, by hiding who you are. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I came here to hook up, not to be lectured by a suburban mom in a bad cardigan. The woman's like, excuse you? Mm-hmm. She's like, I'm just trying to help. Anyway, she leaves. Kimberly is in her room practicing French.
Yeah.
And the RA, I don't know what his name is.
Yeah, the RA was great.
Swedish guy.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Comes
Sven,
in.
I don't know.
He's doing a sweep.
We'll just call him Sven.
We'll call him Sven, but he might.
I have no idea what his name is.
Yeah. Should go back to the first episode, maybe. And it's really funny because he's like, Kimberly, and she turns around with a cup of tea, and she's like, I don't have a hot plate. I bought this. I don't have a hot plate. And it's hot plate. Like, I didn't even know people still used hot plates. Yes, they do.
No, but
they're not allowed to probably have.
What were those called that like boiled the water?
Oh, but it had like a cup with like it had a pot attached to it.
It was all one thing.
One thing.
Hot pot or something. I think they were called. They
know,
were like the
I
thing to have in college. Like you could put anything in that hot pot thing, but they started so many fires on campus.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm talking about. They were like $10 down at like the Target or whatever. Oh, it was the best.
They didn't have Target when I was in college, so let's
Walmart. I'm not that. You're not that much older than me.
Kmart.
Didn't they have Targets back then? No? Okay. Walmart. I don't know where I got it. Linens
I remember
and things.
being a grown-A woman and going into a Target and was like, whoa. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
All right. Where am I? So he's basically saying the same, like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
This
it's
is
like
the first
Friday
week of
night
college. This
is
is
college.
Yeah, this
right?
is when you play, when you meet all your friends. He said that, sorry, I do have to say too, he was doing his Friday night sweep for opioids, which was funny. He's like, does he like go into the rooms?
Yeah.
Like, that's what was kind of freaky. I don't know what he meant by
these
that.
Ivy League schools, man.
Yeah. He said he skipped the Swedish mid-September party, and now for 4 years, he still doesn't know this, oh my God, why can't I think? Not private joke. Yeah, private joke about Radish Face, and now he's thinking it's him.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you feel lonely and you're having dark thoughts, please come over. We'll play a board game. And he's like, my job is to be available for people like you. So she feels like, obviously, like, not good. So she comes running out, chasing Jocelyn and Bella. She's like, I'm coming. And meanwhile, they're like dressed up. Like, Bella's like dressed up, even though they're going to a naked party, which is kind of funny. So, and she has she had gemstones on her eyelids.
Oh my gosh. What was with the,
and martini earrings? Yeah. Well, she's going to be naked. She might as well do it up.
It was like someone going to bingo, like with their grandmother.
That's right. Well,
down
she
at the
has
VFW.
She's quirky. She's
quirky,
the comedian.
Yeah.
She's quirky. That's why she has
left her teddy at home, but she's got, martini earrings.
Like a kid would have?
No, I just mean like...
I know what you mean. Big and...
Just...
Yeah. I know.
Does she have a pin to go with it that she's going to wear, like on her sweater?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. All right. So Whitney goes to Jenna's party. And at first I thought she was carrying like a 6-pack of like a fruity like drink, but it's soaps and lotions.
Oh my gosh, the basket.
Where did she... That had to have been in her room. Like, she did say I feel like it was a regift. I know that wasn't said, but
that
where
was
did
like
she go
something
buy
you got
those?
from like the dollar store. The pre-wrapped, like...
She said she had a gift receipt, so it could be like...
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, I'm thinking about this now. She definitely didn't go out and buy it, like, before the party.
Right.
She had it in her dorm.
Random.
Someone gave it to her. It's a regift.
Yeah.
So...
It was like those like things that you get at like a drugstore because you forgot a gift.
Yes. Yes. Totally. Okay, so maybe she got it at a drugstore.
What was maybe there was a bottle of that exclamation point.
Like CVS or something.
Sorry.
Yeah. Exclamation. So Willow sees her and says, what are you doing here? She doesn't like you. Willow, by the way, I hate to say this, looked very old in this scene. Like, I was like, this looks like a grown woman.
Like 18 years old.
In the weight room, I thought she looked a little younger, but I was like,
no, she's going out to the club.
Yeah.
She was going club.
So,
she had a nice outfit on. I liked it. The off the shoulder thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cute.
I liked it. So Whitney says she's going to make Jenna her best friend, replacing Willow. And Willow's like, you've only known me for 4 weeks. Like, she's like, and I'm your best friend. She walks away. She's like, tragic. So Whitney goes into Jenna's room, and Jenna and her boyfriend are arguing. You hear her say something like, I don't make the soccer schedule. And he's like, it's like I don't even have a girlfriend. And he's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And he walks out.
So dramatic.
And I know. And she sees Whitney, and she's like, what the F? Why are you in my room? And she's like, I bought you some soaps. So then the 3 ladies going to the party are in the foyer. I'm going to call it the foyer, whatever, of the house of the naked party. So you can't see, there's a door shut, and there's stairs, and there's just piles of clothes all over, which did stress me out, which
that
probably stressed you out.
It just
because
like
someone could take your clothes.
Oh, like
what's happening to them? First of all, I would never have again had the, to go to a naked party.
And nobody would have had those in. I don't know. I mean, I had a good
who knows
thing going on, but there was never that toga
today.
Parties. Maybe
it's
we
today.
Had.
But this is 2021.
Is that what they do now at the colleges?
I don't know.
I have 2 kids that are going to be doing.
I know what's going to happen by the time our kids get there.
Oh man, sorry.
It's going to be naked classes.
No, I have no time for this.
Lunch, naked lunch. Isn't that a bar?
Yeah, but like that whole vibe. It was like the shoes. I was thinking back like to Sex and the City when Carrie had to leave her shoes, and then
Yes. And then they got stolen.
Yeah.
Oh no,
so hopefully
really
the clothes that they left there were not their favorites. Just saying.
Yeah. Oh. So they're obviously nervous. They're all standing there staring at the door, and Bella's like, how does this work? Do we just like take our clothes off and go inside? And oh no, I think Kimberly said it. And Bella's like, I guess. And then a guy walks in front of them, takes off his clothes, walks inside. So Kimberly's like, let's just go. Oh, she said, this just got real so quick. I don't think I can do this. And Jocelyn's like, F it, I'm going in, and takes her clothes off. And of course, Bella makes some sort of comment about her boobs. Yeah. Because that's how she is. And then Kimberly and Bella, Kimberly, I think, says same time, and like looks at her, and Bella says same time. So they take their clothes off, and they do look at each other's chests, and then they go into the party holding hands. They're all excited, and we see their booties from the back, right? Mm-hmm. Next is Leighton walking on campus. She runs into her brother and his friends. His brother told his friends about Leighton's high school friends kissing her, and she's like, what? And they're like, I feel really bad. Like, they seemed really genuinely concerned, which was funny.
Why were they walking around campus drinking? Like, they have like this like giant frat. I just was like,
and
okay,
they have a
seriously?
I know,
seriously,
so random, because they're scoping out the chicks.
Come on.
So his friends felt bad. So she takes their alcohol, and she's like, I'm so embarrassed, like basically like I'm so embarrassed, and she's pissed at her brother and everything. So then she goes and takes their alcohol, and then one of the guys goes, you want to go throw knives at trees? And they're like, yeah. So that, like,
random.
Funny.
Oh my gosh.
We're back at the naked party, and I guess that Kimberly is aggressively cupping her breasts in shame. That's what Bella says. And she's like, oh. So then she lets go, like, and she just goes, oh, like she just, you could tell. She's so good. It's so funny. So then, now, I agreed with this. They see two groups of people, and they said, which group of butts, where is it here, looks more approachable, I believe they said. Something like that. And they both were saying the right. And I agree. I thought the right also, and I'll tell you why I think so. One of them said, the right group looks kinder. I don't know what I'm basing that on. And I'll be honest, they had a little bit of saggier butts. The ones on the left were a little more perky and like tight. And I just think the saggier butts are just like more real and approachable.
Well, next
That's
time
my
I'm
theory.
In a position to...
I will never be in that position. No. No. If I am.
Thanks for the advice.
Something's wrong.
Maybe somebody could use that advice. Go for the saggy butts if you're approaching.
Yeah, go for the saggy butts if you're at a naked party.
Yeah.
So I did think this was funny, of course. Bella is corny, but I liked this. She walks up to a group. They just decide, they go up to that group, and she's like, so embarrassing. We're all wearing the same outfit.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why I thought that was so stupid.
Corny.
And so they're like, is this your first naked party? Because she's like, no, why? You're like, you're looking at everybody's stuff, junk. Multiple times. This is about being comfortable in your own skin. So then they like walk away because they're just embarrassed and stuff. And they're standing there, and Jocelyn's like, what are you guys doing? People think you're cops. So Bella wants to leave, and Kimberly's like, no. She's like, Jocelyn, how are you so comfortable? She's like, I pre-gamed. I'm crazy drunk. And so they drink, and they start doing shots. And
yeah, can we talk about that for a second? Because it was like, seriously, like, okay, we go from hard seltzers. I think you had wine, a beer, random liquor. Talk about mixing. Yeah. Okay.
God, the red wine though, their teeth are all red.
So gross.
And Kimberly, they're like, ha ha ha.
I'm drinking red wine right now, just thinking about it.
It was awesome. Your teeth are not, well, as far as I can see.
No, I don't think I've got the red teeth yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was really like, funny. Ooh, really? I think we're overdoing it with the mixing. Like, and nobody chugs seltzers, by the way. Nobody.
No.
But anyway.
So next we see Whitney, and she's saying that the gift receipt is in the basket, and Jenna's very like raw, like she's scary. She is, and like kind of scary
in real life. Like that's not how the whole like the girl stuff like that. She would probably punch her in her face.
Yeah,
I just was kind of like, oh, and now they're gonna be best buds.
I know. So they make up and basically talking about the boyfriend, and she's like, Whitney's like, sounds like a real winner. She's like, his dog just died.
I know.
And she's like, no, he sucks. And she's like, it's not like guys are I don't know where that came from. She's like, it's not like guys are lining up for me.
Mm-hmm.
So then like Whitney gives her a pep talk and she's like, you're pretty, you're ripped, you're good at soccer. She's like, why don't you like me? This whole thing. And she's like, please stop like kicking the crap out of me in practice. And then of course the girl says, not a lot of guys our age can handle girls like us.
Yeah.
Good luck finding one. And it's like, oh. Then they go to, now they're back at the naked party.
Oh, geez.
And Jocelyn's like, I guess they're talking about like looking at people. Because I forgot when they walked over.
The glance, yeah.
So then I thought this part was also really funny. Jocelyn's like, everybody looks at everybody. You just can't look like you're looking. It's called micro glance. Micro glancing. So that was really funny because a guy comes up and he's like, have any of you seen Sarah? And they're all just like really looking up at him. You could tell like the way they're looking and they're like, like they were looking at his
3 times
stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So Bella is, you can tell she's pretty drunk, but she gets up to get a drink and she runs into Evangelina. I wrote this time, I don't know. And she's like, please stop being mean to me. She's like almost crying. And she's like, well, I pushed for you. And she's like, you did? She's like, I did. The rest of the people weren't. And she really pushed for her. She thought she was good. And she's like, and now I look like, a jackace because of her boyfriend, what she did to her boyfriend. And, and Bella's like, you did, you pushed for me. And then she's like, are we good now? Can we be good?
Oh, of course they're good, because there's going to be no more drama.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's making up.
Yeah, it's like at the end of Full House, they always had their life lesson at 22 minutes.
Are you angry about this, Diane?
No, I'm just
kind of Do you need them to be enemies?
No, I guess not. It's just notes that I took. Like,
no, it's true. It was.
Did you ever have beef with a girl in college? Like, it went on for a while.
Probably never ended.
And I get it. It's a show. Like,
I think I still have beef with girls.
Sure, yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, come to think of it, I have some emails to send out. Some one-liners.
Some emails.
And then when I see them at the reunion, just get my email. Open it up now. Sorry.
That's right. But you didn't go over on your data, so you can.
No, I got the unlimited data. I'm grandfathered into the unlimited data plan here in my cell phone bill for the amount I pay. Sorry.
That's right. Yeah, we deserve to have infinity.
Don't be putting a limit on my data. Okay.
That's right.
Or my text messages. Sorry.
All right. Relax. They hug.
Of course they hug.
Which they're naked, so it's kind of uncomfortable.
And abs all painted on too. They're both.
Yes, Evangelina contoured her boob. And Bella's like, I love us. Whitney goes to the coach's office. And wait, do they say anything? Because I have no notes on that. I just have Whitney goes to coach's office.
That's a good question. Wait, now I have to remember because I didn't write anything down.
Yeah. I think she just walks in and he kind of smiles at her. First of all, why is he there? He's just there all the time.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
He's there on a Friday night. Well, I guess because his wife, they're having issues. I have to clear my throat.
He must live at the.
Sorry. He lives there. Yeah.
He lives there.
He lives at the. Like a
there.
kid today, literally thought I lived at the school. Today. Said that to me.
Yeah.
He's like, while you're sleeping, I'm going to take your prizes from your prize box. I was like, well, that's creepy. I'm going to be sleeping at home. Anyway,
Good.
I digress. So the coach does live there, though. So Kimberly drunkenly goes to Nico's, Layton's brother's, and knocks on the door, and Bella's there behind her.
Of course he answers, because in this giant house.
Of course he answers. He's home.
Yeah, he's home, and he's waiting for her to arrive.
Yeah, of course. So she asks him to tutor her. Cute. I think he says yes. She's like, okay. And he's like, that's it? And she's like, yep, that's it. So next,
her Adirondack or whatever we called it.
Anorak.
Adirondack.
I feel like she Adirondack. Anorak.
Yeah, she had it on.
Next, Layton is talking to
the statue.
The statue. I don't know if it's. His name is John Essex. I kind of made that up. I don't know. I don't know if they said
same statue that they took on the first day of class.
I don't remember the name. Probably. I don't know why I'm not remembering it.
It's a famous thing. Her dad probably bought it or something.
The suburban mom, by the way, name is Chloe.
Oh,
I
it
have
is
the
Chloe.
notes here.
Okay.
So she's talking to the statue. She's like, she's angry, but then she's like, I'm sorry you died in the snow. And then Chloe calls to check in. She's like, you're in a really bad place, or something.
It's like, how did you get her number? Isn't it through an app, like a hookup app?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm confused.
I don't know. Just
it gets better. She's like, stop pitying me. I'm thriving. She's like, you're living a lie. So then she gets off the phone. She throws the glass bottle at the statue and screams, I'm thriving. And then we hear whoop. And like,
here comes campus police.
It's not, campus police. That's the best.
They're on foot. So, it's great.
And he's like, don't move.
Yeah, she's not getting caught. That's for sure.
I thought that was hysterical.
And that's
spoiler alert. Did you see the preview for?
I did not.
Did you see any of the previews? Oh, okay. I won't say anything because there is something with that glass bottle.
Oh boy.
I won't spoil it. All right. That's the end of it.
That was it. So
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's bringing up lots of memories for me. Being in college again.
Yeah.
You know, stuff that's not realistic but makes me laugh a little bit. Yeah.
It's good stuff. So far, I think Kimberly is my favorite.
Kimberly's your favorite
character.
Yeah, she's.
But I like them all.
She's funny. Yeah, it's a good cast. Funny. She's cracking me up a lot, though.
Yeah. All right. We'd love to hear what you guys think. Also, I created an Instagram account for Homebodies Only. Mm-hmm. So check us out on Instagram and give us a follow.
Definitely.
Also, if you like what you hear, you can rate, review, and subscribe on
give any of the like, share.
Give us a like. Yeah. Yep. And that's it. So you can email us at homebodiesonly@gmail.com. And also our Instagram account is called HomeBodiesOnly Podcast, I believe.
Okay.
I'm glad I know that.
Yeah, we should probably get on
and also,
that.
Yeah, and we'll have the BarkBox link in the episode description.
Yeah. Get the hookup with the free BarkBox with your subscription.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome.
For your doggy.
All right, see you next time.
Right. Bye.
Bye.